Good morning and welcome to session 6 of Kingdom Kids, our brick by brick series where we've been learning about Nehemiah building the wall. Today I am so excited because as you can see, we are having a Cheerio Tower building contest. And our contestants are none other but Sir Henry. Give him a round of applause. Anything you'd like to say?
I'm gonna win. That's it.
And on my other side here, we have none other but Sir Winston. Is there anything you would like to say, Sir Winston?
I will win.
You did not ask for my money.
Oh my, Sir Henry, you have some competition here. Now I am talking like you. Okay. All right. Now they are going to have 60 seconds to build the tallest tower of Cheerios. And on my say, you can go. On your mark, get set, go! All right, time's up. Hands up. Let's inspect this. We have Sir Winston with a nice 5 Cheerios. And over here we have Sir Henry with 6. He won by 1. All right. Now we are going to advance to round 2. Round 2 will consist of the Cheerios, but they will also have tools that they get to use and work with. So we are going to, and they will have 5 minutes for this one, for the tallest tower. On my say, you can go. On your mark, get set, go! Well, that was quite the nail-biting Cheerio Tower building competition. Let's talk to our contestants and see what their thoughts are on it. Sir Henry, would you like to share a bit of your strategy and your tower?
Well, these toothpicks, that was the, what do you call it, the frame, I guess. The foundation, that word. And then this twisty guy, I taped it to the foundation and then put the Cheerios on. Strategy. It's all there. That's it.
Very good. Thank you. Next, Sir Winston. We noticed you were getting quite a bit frustrated there. I see you are now eating out your frustrations. Would you like to share what was so frustrating about it for you?
Well, the Cheerios did not stack. You can see as the crumbs are very smushed like this.
Well, there you have it. But, so Winston, you still did not answer my first question. What was so frustrating? Why were you so frustrated? Would it have helped if you had other people working on the tower with you?
Yes.
Oh, there you have it. Today we are learning about how helping each other can actually improve our work and our God-sized goals that God lays on our hearts. We are thankful for our two contestants here, and give them a round of applause. Just as Sir Winston and Sir Henry had to come up with a plan of how they were going to build their Tower of Cheerios, so did Nehemiah. We've been learning about the book of Nehemiah in the Bible, and our story we've been following has been about Sir Henry going back to Jerusalem to protect them from Dragonavirus. But the story of Sir Henry is representative of the story of Nehemiah in the Bible, so just remember that as we go along. Last week, we learned about how Nehemiah finally worked up the courage after praying for 4 months to God what he should do after hearing that the walls of Jerusalem were broken down and its gates were burned with fire. And he finally asked the king for permission to return on his long journey to Jerusalem. And today, we are going to be learning about how when we all work together, we are able to do much bigger things for the Lord. Today, I have with me Sir Henry, who we have been following. Sir Henry was given permission by King Percival to return to Jerusalem to rebuild the walls and the gates. But Sir Henry had to gather people around him and recruit them to help him rebuild the walls and the gates. And he had them to get them and convince them to have the same vision that God had placed on his heart. So today we have on the show a special guest. It's Sir Henry.
Hey, thank you for having me.
We are very glad to have you, Sir Henry, and I just wanted to ask you, since the last time we saw on Kingdom Kids, you had finally worked up the courage to ask King Percival for permission to return to Jerusalem. Would you like to share anything about that?
So, I was in Jerusalem, and in the nighttime, I slipped out quietly to make sure that there was nobody watching me. And I took a few people, builders, some friends, and we went to go scope it out, you know.
So, had you yet told anyone of the plans that God had placed on your heart?
No, I have not told anybody about the plans God has laid on my heart.
I see. You know, that was very wise of you, because if you had told the wrong people, they could have sabotaged your plans. And so, kudos to you. So, what happened after you scoped out the walls of Jerusalem and saw the terrible shape that they were in?
Well, you know very well what trouble we are in. Jerusalem lies in ruins, and its gates have been burned with fire. And let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem in disgrace. Wait, what? Is that what that said?
We're just a little rusty.
You making fun of me? Stick 'em up, pal. And I said, let us rebuild this wall and end this disgrace.
That is quite noble. Yes, that is quite noble, indeed. Yes, and I heard that after you told the people this, I heard through the gossip tree that there were some that weren't very excited about the rebuilding of the wall. When they heard of your plan, I heard that they scoffed contemptuously. And they said,
And what are you doing? Are you rebelling against the king?
and I'm just kind of curious, how did you respond when Sanballat and Tobiah and Geshem the Arab were basically making fun of you guys?
Well, I replied, the God of heaven will help us succeed. We, his servants, will start rebuilding this wall, but you have no shared legal right or historic claim in Jerusalem.
You should have told them.
Well, as you can see in our story about Sir Henry, as we talked to Sir Henry, the same story in the Bible about Nehemiah, Nehemiah was very wise about who he trusted and who he talked to about his plans, because he didn't want to do anything prematurely. And he was prepared that people would not like what he was doing.
And what a response to give to those big bullies.
He surrounded himself with the right people and a great band of builders. And so, children, today, as we think about that story and how it applies to our lives, I want you to think about maybe something that you have seen or bothers you, that you felt, maybe I could do something about this. Maybe this is something that I could change. Because for Nehemiah, it was the wall of his people was in ruins, and he wanted that to not be a disgrace to God's people and to God. I want to share with you kids about a time in my life when there was something that I saw that bothered me. When I was about 10 years old, our church was having a 30-hour famine. But the problem was, I wasn't old enough to participate. It was only for high school students. What they would do is they would go 30 hours without eating any food, and they would raise money to give to an organization that helped starving children. And I really wanted to be able to help with this because it bothered me that there were other children in the world who had nothing to eat. And so my friend Eva and I decided that we were going to do something about it. That even though we couldn't officially participate, we wanted to raise money as well. And so we went without food for 30 hours. And I remember that was so hard. I was so hungry. And I remember we even were walking through a grocery store where they had taste tests, and I wanted that food so bad. But I kept thinking about those children that have nothing to eat. And so we started collecting cans during that time, and we were actually able to collect enough soda cans to recycle to raise $100. And for us, that was a really big deal. But you see, we couldn't do it on our own. First, we had to come up with a plan. We were only 10. How are we going to raise the money? But then we had to ask other people to come in and be a part of our plan and ask them would they give us their cans to help us raise this money. And they did. And so you too, maybe God has laid something on your heart of some area that you can help someone with. And maybe it's the wildfire victims. Maybe there's something else that bothers you. And I want you to know today that just like Nehemiah and just like our story with Sir Henry, that you are not too young to make a difference and to come up with a plan and to find a band of builders that you can do God-sized things with. And so that is my challenge to you today. And with that, we are going to sing together, stand together, as we remember that together we can stand strong for God. Trusting God alone we will stand. Stand upon His word and whatever comes our way. We are strong and we are brave. His truth will be our guide through the day. And the darkest night our God will give us strength. We are strong, we are brave. We'll stand together, stand forever. We will stand strong, standing up for God each day. We will stand strong. Hey! Hey!
Alright, here we go again.
We will trust in God alone we will stand. Stand upon His word and whatever comes our way. We are strong and we are brave. His truth will be our guide through the day. And the darkest night our God will give us strength. We are strong and we are brave. We'll stand together, stand forever. We will stand strong, standing up for God each day. We will stand strong. We'll stand together, stand forever. We will stand strong, standing up for God each day. We will stand strong. We will stand strong. We will stand strong. Hey! 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 Good morning and welcome to our weekly project pack time and royal memory verse session. I have a special guest with us here today, so Winston is going to help us. Yes. Okay, so Winston, should we start with the royal memory verse?
Yeah.
I'll say it first, and then we'll all say it together.
Okay.
Okay. I answered them by saying, the God of heaven will give us success. We, His servants, will start rebuilding. Okay, Nehemiah 2:20. Let's say it all together. So, Winston.
Okay.
I answered them by saying, the God of heaven will give us success. We, His servants, will start rebuilding. Okay. So along with that verse, we have this project pack. Would you do me the honor of opening it up?
Okay.
Oh, thank you. And so, children, if you picked up this project pack, you will see that there's some random supplies of Play-Doh, beads, and pipe cleaners. And this week there are no instructions. You get to build whatever you want with it. You get to design whatever you want with it.
Okay.
And so
you can see we have all of this type of paper. And what I would like to do is, so you can twist all of it like a bracelet. You have a bracelet.
very cool. Wow, that is a really creative idea of how to use some of these tools. And there's a lot of other things maybe you kids can come up with. And I would love to see your creation of whatever you design. If you have your parents, take a picture of it and email it, becky@singinghills.org. I would love to see what you make. And remember, you earn a jewel for doing your weekly project packs. So send it my way. And with that, we look forward to seeing you all next week.
Okay.
Have a great week.
Bye.
We will trust in God alone. We will stand upon His word, and whatever comes our way, we are strong and we are brave. His truth will be our guide.